Hey everyone, welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
I'm alive.
Tree's back. Yay.
I'm alive.
See,
Grif did not kill me.
I didn't do anything to him.
Grif did not kill me.
We had to replant him. We had to replant him somewhere.
He's a clone.
If
Or
we
an
had
android. I
cloning
could be an
technology, I would have multiple versions of me just so that I could get some shit done. Just saying.
And relax. You mean other parts of you get shit done?
I did not do that because I was scared you would take over the world.
I would.
She probably would.
Just start running around bitch slapping people and go, "You are inefficient."
Yep. Oh my god, why would you do it this way? Do it this way. Do it better.
A true Griftopia
way.
It's not enslaving the human race for my gain. It's making everything better.
Which is enslavement.
No, it's not. You'll be happy.
So
as long as you
Griff
do what I
would be
say.
Yeah,
Griff would be a
enslavement.
Templar.
Yeah, probably.
We have to go on the crusade to spread the word of Griftopia.
Griftopia.
Also, I just realized Oak and I are wearing the same shirt.
Ah.
Just different colors.
Are we really? I just got the red version of your shirt, and the
Yes.
one my letters are in. We'll go with Japanese because I really don't know.
They're in a foreign language.
Yes, some
That's funny.
Asian language.
We're up in the Atari today.
Yep.
What's everybody been up to?
Playing video games, if you'd believe it.
Oh my
Living.
god.
Every
Living.
week.
Oh, I've played a few games.
Okay.
I finally beat Bulletstorm. I think I had not beaten it the last time I was on the show. Finally, after nearly a year, my guy Alex Hunter from FIFA has finally finished his story arc.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Yay.
Yep, finally finished the story arc for that, which you have to complete an entire season, which is a shit ton of games. You have to finish that and finish the story arc. The problem that I see is the fact that it ends after a season, and it's like, if you would like to continue his stuff, then play Ultimate League, and he can be part of your Ultimate League. And it's just kind of like, no. I don't like playing Ultimate Team, and no. And he's not as good as some of the players I already have on an Ultimate Team anyway.
Aw, he could get better.
Well, theoretically. And so did that, and then I started the Siberia series, and I'm about halfway through, I think, of the first one, and it's very interesting. It's an older game. I think it's from early 2000s, and I'm intrigued by the storyline and stuff that's going on with it, but that's about it. That's all I've been doing.
He's been gone for like a month, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like the quick wrap up.
The rest of it's been work, you know. Work and stuff and things, you know.
Well, what about you guys? What have you guys been playing then?
Heroes of the Storm.
And we also did some 10v10 Left 4 Dead.
Oh, yes. Ooh. That stuff is
Speaking of
always...
Left 4 Dead.
Oh.
I found a mod for Left 4 Dead where I can make all the smokers into Yoshi.
And then you were really sad because you hate Yoshi.
Well, I was happy at first because it's like, oh my god, I get to shoot Yoshi. And then when we started doing the multiplayer, I was like, oh, god damn it, I'm Yoshi.
Regret. Instant regret.
Yeah, I uninstalled it.
On our YouTube is also a video of me and Baka and Red and Chicken doing Left 4 Dead, original Left 4 Dead, No Mercy. We attempted it on Expert. It's there on YouTube.
We got
Ollie's watched it like 3 times now.
I watched the first 30 minutes or something. Like, I was working on, like, part of my job, my regular job that I do. I have to work on, like, small, we'll say, mechanical devices. And so I was working on that and listening to that at the same time and looking over and watching a lot of death at the same time. What have we done? Mistakes were made.
It was so fun. Like, we used to play Left 4 Dead a lot, but it's been a
Yeah, y'all
long
did.
time, so that was, like, the triumphant return that maybe wasn't exactly as triumphant as we had liked.
By the
But
way,
it was
this isn't spoiling it for anyone else, but my favorite part is the fact that you all were waiting on to be able to connect to a server, and Grif literally put up on the screen, literally took 20 minutes to
It
connect to
did.
server.
It
Insert
did. We
here.
had to keep like swapping around hosts and whatnot, and finally, that's why when we finally connected to one, Red's like, "Am I the solution? Oh my god, I'm this," because he was the only one that Chicken and I could both connect to and actually load the game up.
No. UE, as long as we were doing a local server, any of us could host it. We can't connect to official servers together.
I couldn't connect when you were trying to host, or when I was trying to host.
No,
the
I
local.
I connected to you, but Baka and Red's
Everybody
ping
knows
was
his
way
name.
too high. But if Red was hosting, then everybody's ping was green and within manageable.
Well, it took forever
parameters.
to get to the point where we could get connected to each other. Because it was like, okay, so-and-so is not loading. It was either me or Chicken. One of us would not load into a game on an official server. It took for fucking
Before that, I had fun technical issues where the game would go, look, it's loading, everything's black now.
Yeah. So, seriously, it was probably longer than 20 minutes that we had to
It was
fiddle
actually
with
about
shit.
45 minutes before we got everything situated. And
But once we
were able to
did, it was
actually
so
play.
fun. It was so fun. Sorry it was all from my perspective. There was some great things that I wish you could have seen from other people's perspectives, but
Especially that witch
I was like,
takeout.
spur of the moment, I'm going to record this while we're playing. Which apparently I said, but Red didn't hear it, or he didn't know until it was up on YouTube, and he sent me a text, and he was like, oh my god, you did not. I was like, yes, I did?
Which to me makes it better because it like him not knowing just makes it.
Well,
Next
Red's
time,
red.
let me do some recording as well, because my tank is He-Man.
Well, he said that from now on, he's just going to assume that when we're playing things together, it will be recorded. I was like, that's probably the safest thing to do.
Fair enough.
But we had a lot of fun doing that. That was some old school fun.
We couldn't beat it on expert.
That was not my
Well,
fault.
we need more practice.
Also, okay, this might be only a minor spoiler, but I would like to point out the fact that I was not the most friendly fire. It was Red. Thank you very much.
Thrown under bus. Got it.
I did. Everybody's like, oh, we're not going to play with her. She kills her teammates. Red shot everybody.
Motherfucker,
That's
there
fine.
was.
I had the least amount of friendly fire, so...
I think there was a point in the first map where Grif killed someone right off the bat. I can't.
I didn't kill you. I just shot you.
Yeah,
okay?
she
You
took
didn't
one of
die.
us down
Oh
right
yeah,
away.
I know I
she
didn't.
shot you with the shotgun.
But I didn't take you down. I shot the I was shooting at the jockey that was running
But,
around you.
But your reaction to it is very
Melee.
priceless.
Melee it. Melee,
I
Grif.
was too far away from
Melee. Run up and melee it. Tell me to melee it. Don't shoot
She
me.
didn't wa-
Don't shoot
She
me.
didn't want to touch that creepy little thing.
Don't shoot me. Oh my
Not
god.
the first time he's heard that.
Ah. Well,
Oh.
it's fun. Go watch it. It's on our YouTube. If you like it, let us know, and we'll maybe work on some more fun stuffs like that.
That's hilarious. We need to do Damned again. Can we get in? Does Damned still even exist?
Yes, I want to get in some damn. I want to. If Deceit goes on sale, I want to play that game.
Oh, which one's Deceit? Is
this-
that the one where there's people that are zombies or something?
It's 6 people. I've watched people play it. So it's a game about 6 people. 2 of the people who spawn in are infected. Now, there are blood bags around, and you need to collect 3 blood bags, and then when the lights go out, you can turn into a monster and eat people. Now, the thing is, nobody knows who's what. You have to basically live on clues, and people are going to lie and whatnot. What I was watching
Trevor's
is...
going to be bad about that.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
She's going to be giggling the whole time.
Yeah, but that could lure you into a false sense of security. Oh, she's the one. And then you cap her, and someone's like, yeah, get her, she's one. And then you kill her, and then later on you find out that the guy that was saying it is actually one and was framing her. or the other infected could trick you guys into thinking she's one and get her killed, and then he turns on you later.
I'm actually watching a video of it right now. This looks actually like a lot of fun.
I can't help that I have a really bad poker face, okay?
Poker face. Use it to your advantage then.
Why, everybody's just gonna kill me first on the assumption that I'm the monster.
And then
because
if
I can't
Witchit
stop
actually looks
laughing.
pretty interesting too, but it's still in beta.
What?
What is?
The Witchit.
That one that we saw on Imager?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hide and seek kind of style game where you got the hunters and the witch. The witch can transform into all different objects and whatnot. The hunter has to find her. can, you know,
Oh, I'm
knock
gonna
down
be so
ladders.
bad at all of these things.
I don't know. But I
I'm
think
the worst.
Deceit just looks like a lot of fun. I think it'd be really interesting to play, especially if we had 6 people. Throw us in there and then let's fuck around. No, get her.
I like the graphics in the Witcher one. It's all cartoonish.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. It's pretty neat. It's not out yet. Deceit is out. Tempted. Or we could do Dead by Daylight.
Which one's Dead by Daylight? You're naming off a lot of games that for some reason I have only vaguely heard of.
Dead by Daylight is like the it's gonna be like the Friday the 13th game where it's like one killer.
Oh, that's why I've heard of it.
A really cool thing. They just released a new DLC. Very positive. Good traction. It is based off a real life Chinese killer right now. Like he's still out. He's still out there.
That's like weird and creepy.
It's super fucked up. He's crazy looking, and he's got this serious obsession with electrotherapy, and he just kidnaps people and experiments on them. He's apparently extremely enthused with video gamers.
Oh, great! So we're like setting ourselves up to get murdered.
Yeah,
perfect.
It is super crazy.
I would think I would like to avoid that. Thank you.
But yeah, if we can get a pack of Dead by Daylight, then we could play that too. So there are a lot of options, because I think it's a 4v1. So
yes, it's 4 versus 1.
So there's a game right there that we could
now
play
you
too.
got me wanting to play Damned again, like really bad. Now I have the itch for it. Perfect.
We got to do it.
Those
we'll just do it. That was so much fun, and then just you're laughing while you're in like we
can't help it.
We couldn't stop. Like we were laughing so hard.
I get really giddy because I know something that apparently everybody else also knows once I'm giddy about it. So I'm like, I know things. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Let me kill you. Laugh, laugh, laugh.
At least, you'd be really entertained by your own death because giggling monsters just got to be the best.
Yeah.
I'm dying, but it could be worse.
It could be something scary, but this is just so darn cute.
Exactly, see? Could be worse.
Like a teddy bear ripping out your eyes or something.
I think that's the whole premise behind, like, the Chucky movies, right?
Yep.
It's just that it's something cute, except for Chucky's scary, like, legit.
Yeah, he's creepy.
Yeah, I don't think Chucky was ever cute.
No. Not even as a good guy doll.
No, I think that's what he said is most creepy. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. But yes, we should probably look in. Well, unfortunately, Damn does not get supported anymore. The developers have kind of like done it, but there's nothing new in it anymore. So we should probably definitely look into something else.
Some other options
to play. Yeah.
I like the concept of Deceit. Because versus the 4 versus 1, I like the idea that we can lie to each other.
Deceit, it's 4 versus 2.
Well, Friday the 13th gets released on the 26th of this month.
Yeah.
I hope that it does well. Like, I really want games like this to get a lot more traction because, like you said, with Damned, it didn't. They put it out and then they're done with it, and it seems like these games kind of have like a burst onto the scene and then they slowly fade away.
Dead by Daylight is flaring. Like they have so many DLC packs. They're cheap too. It's like $4 for a new monster, new hero, and a bunch of clothes and whatnot.
You can change your outfits?
Yes, they actually introduced Bill into Dead by Daylight. They got permission.
Left for Dead Bill?
Yes.
Oh,
and then they gave a bunch of outfits that. It's Rochelle, Ellis, Zoe, and Lewis outfits for all the other characters. But Bill is actually a character in there, too. He's got stats and everything. He's badass as fuck. Which, of course, he has to be. Come on.
Any game that will let me customize my character, I'm more likely to play.
I think they're getting a little traction. I think these kind of games are going to fit the horror genre perfectly because...
Well, because it's that surprise. It's not an AI controlling a monster. It's somebody, and it could be somebody you know, which makes it even better, except for it's me, and then I'm laughing. But, it's that element of surprise, because it's not like, okay, at this point, a monster will spawn. Here are the likely points. Because even in Left 4 Dead, where it's somewhat random, it's like, okay, here, and here are places you're most likely to see tanks or witches. I mean, in between that, you're pretty well safe, aside from the general infected. It gets really predictable, but it's not that that's not fun, because it is. But I think that it's more fun if it's somebody because that's just 10 times more unpredictable.
I do want to tell, while I was watching the stream, one story that just sticks out in my head. It's these three guys were running around together, and I was watching from the perspective of one of the infected, and the lights turn out, like the generator turns off and the lights go off, and he only has 2 blood bags picked up, and one of the other people that he's running with turns into the monster, and the other dude, the third dude that's running with them, starts screaming, "Oh my god, he's one of them, he's one of them!" And then the guy I'm watching just starts shooting the wall, pretending like he's trying to help, to throw off suspicion. But he's not,
because he's the monster.
Because he's the other one, so he's like, "Bleh." And then when they go back to the group, he's like, "Oh my god, I don't know who it was," and whatnot. It's like, I was trying to shoot him, but he took off, and I couldn't find him. It's like, oh, motherfucker's playing that mind game.
See, I'm not good at that. That's why I'm gonna die first, no matter what. It's because I'm not good at those kinds of things.
So when the lights go out, you have the option to turn into a monster?
Yes, only if you've collected enough blood bags during the time.
So you can still choose not to, though.
Yes, because there are blood bags just kind of hanging around. If somebody sees you pick one up, you're the fucking monster. I'll fucking call your ass out right there, chase you down, and shoot you. So you got to be careful with that.
Can you pick them up if you're not the monster?
No.
Oh.
Because
okay.
Another
I just didn't know if you could like try to mislead your friends.
One of the guys did, because he ran by a blood bag, and a guy was following him, and he went around the path again, and the blood bag was gone. There was only one person following him.
Oh.
The motherfucker. Turned out the guy behind him wasn't actually the monster, it was someone else. But it's all about, and see, if you're not the monster, Grif, you don't have to worry about it. If someone thinks you are and you aren't, you're gonna get killed, and then at the end of the game they're gonna be like, oh,
well, be like,
shit.
I told you, motherfuckers. Sometimes I'm really bad at being duplicitous like that.
Well, I think a few rounds you'd probably get the hang of it if you're not the monster or something like that. But Deceit looks really cool. I think all these horror games are really kind of working out for the best. Asymmetric battles are... Asymmetric battles are really neat. And they fit the horror genre perfectly.
Yes.
I like this. I ended up adding Deceit to my wish list. So as soon as we get it, let us know.
Hell yeah.
How much is it right now? I mean, not that I have a whole lot of money to throw down on it.
It's $15.
Yeah, $15.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. And I'm sure they'll do it in a 4-pack or something.
Wouldn't it be better to do it in a 6-pack?
6-pack.
Because it's 6 people, right?
No, right now it's, well, on mine it shows $19.99. There's no, like, 4-pack or 6-pack or anything like that.
Mine shows $14.99. What's up with that?
Are you going to charge, like, special tax in Texas or something?
Yeah, right?
Probably.
We'll have to look into that. And if there are any others, like, people listening and watching and whatnot, if there are any other of the asymmetrical kind of games like this that you know of and you think we might be interested in, please hit us up and let us know. Because these are so fun.
Absolutely. Because we've got this one, Dead by Daylight, and the Friday the 13th game coming out.
Yep.
And these 3 games are actually doing... Well, this one is mixed.
Which one is this one?
Deceit.
Okay, there it goes. I guess it was still showing Dead by Daylight price or something. I guess.
Dead by Daylight's was $19.99.
Yes. This one's mixed. Dead by Daylight is super popular.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, mostly positive, mixed, and I'm hoping Friday the 13th does really well.
Oh, and I guess we could also throw it out there. If you own any of these games and would like to play with us, let us know which ones you have, and we'll let you know which ones we're picking up. We can set up play dates.
Absolutely. Totally down.
Yay, play dates.
I'm still trying to hold off on buying Players Underground Battle Arena. That's super popular.
There's a lot of people playing that game.
Oh my god, you don't even understand.
Red's been asking him to buy it for like 2 weeks now.
And I've been looking to buy it for like 2 months.
How much is it?
It's $20.
$29.99.
$30.
$30. We'll talk about it.
Why do you think I've been talking about it with myself for the last several months?
Don't we have like another month and we've got Steam sale?
Mm-hmm.
Do we? Oh.
What's May?
Yep.
June? Yep.
Summer sale.
Okay.
Which is why I'm holding out. I'll pick. I usually do most of my shopping in the sale times.
Like, it's not so bad with something like Deceit that's $15, but when you got something that's 30,
yeah,
they drop it 50%.
Especially in early access. So.
Yep.
Still,
Oh, it's early access.
still nervous about it, but it's
Yeah.
apparently done better than most of the other
Butter.
butter.
Butter. It's done better than the other ones.
It's
But
done
that,
better.
now it's on
One of those monsters
consoles
in Deceit,
too,
like
right?
a spider?
Oh god, I'm out.
It's on Deceit. It's like a weird kind of version of shit. What's it called? Stranger Things. The Netflix show.
The Gorgon?
Yeah, the Gorgon looking
okay.
thing. It's like it fucking eats people.
yeah.
I just saw like when the hands go running and chasing someone. I saw like two little, like looks like insect legs kind of come out from the bottom part of the screen.
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
eat
Lord.
you. And since it's all voice chat in game, when you're
It's like Damned.
when you're screaming and you die, you're cut off. Nobody else can hear you anymore.
Well, you can, because you
You
live in
get
the same
put-
house as me.
You get put into the graveyard spectator place. So,
Can the dead people talk to each other?
that I do not know.
So that would be fun
'Cause in
because then you
Damned
could
you
just laugh at
can't.
each other.
Yeah.
Uh,
Think if you're dead, you should be able to hang out in the afterlife together.
I think it would be hilarious because then you're just having a conversation. Where'd he kill you at? You know, so you're having
damn
conversation.
it! I didn't know it was him.
And you turn around and go, "Oh, Red's about to get it. Look, look, look right there."
He doesn't even know that he's one of them.
Oh my god. Now I'm all like amped up to play these things. Thanks.
I'm-
They're
And-
fun games.
Deceit just got added to my cart. Boom, done.
They're
Well, if they go on sale, we'll grab them.
yes, they're really good games, and from every review, if you've got friends, it's going to be 100 times more worth it. Playing with randoms is fun.
If you've got friends, if you're a lonely motherfucker though, it sucks to be you.
Pretty much.
Aw.
It's not going to be as much fun if you have to play solo all the time. But if you could
Make
just
friends there.
lay back and play with your friends, it's going to be a whole lot more fun trying to lie and fuck each other over, and it's just a lot more fun when you've got people
I
you
wish
know
it's
playing
things
with.
like this that make me wish I was better at lying. Which is something that you would never think that you would want to be in life, is better at lying, but I'm just bad at it. And you guys are good at, I mean, you're not good at lying, but you're definitely good at that, like, hiding important shit because you know it's imperative to the gameplay.
Make sure
You
there's no
guys.
one around.
You
Take a
guys.
blood bag. Who
I'm gonna
took
watch
this blood bag?
everybody. Oh, like anybody would own up to it. Me,
Just
I
a blood-
took it. Oh, okay.
Hey guys, I'm the monster. I'm here to escape with all you guys. My name is Fred.
And the way it works is when you knock someone down, you have to have 3 people agree to knock that person out.
So it has to be group consensus. What if it's not? What if you can't agree?
Then the person gets back up.
Oh.
You have to agree that this is the person, because instead of just griefing someone and going pop pop pop, you're dead. It's pop pop pop.
That's weird.
Come on, I know that this is one of them. Kick him out, and everybody has to agree to kick him out, and then he gets booted out.
Is there a timer on that?
Yes,
because
there
I
is
think
a
that it
timer
should
on
turn
it.
in. Damn it! I think it should turn into like a whole court case.
No.
Like you must present your case with facts and evidence.
Now the
got
person can
15
shoot
seconds.
back, by the way, so don't be the one to get taken down by said person that you're. It's a fucking crazy game.
Oh my god, we're gonna look into it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Now that we've like fangirled over horror games for the first half of the show, you guys want to talk about some of the newest stuff? I mean, there's a few things, but not all of them are imperative. So pick what you like. Let's go.
Mass Effect Andromeda fucked up.
Ooh.
Well, we already knew that they fucked up, but now we know that there's not a clear future for Mass Effect because of that. So right now, looks like there's not going to be any story DLC. As everywhere, every outlet that's covered this has expressed, please understand that the original Mass Effect team was not the team that worked on Mass Effect Andromeda. It was another team.
Mass Effect Montreal.
They're very... Everybody
Or
wants
Mass
to make
Effect
that very
Montreal.
clear.
BioWare Montreal.
It's just... Yeah. But as it stands right now, it's like, oh, that was a mistake. Maybe we'll just, put that on the back burner until we figure out what to do. And it's like, you know what to do with Mass Effect. You made 3 really good ones, and then this. Just tell those people they're dumb. Don't let them work on Mass Effect, and let the original team work on Mass Effect.
I would not let them work on Mass Effect, Dragon Age, or Star Wars.
No, anything that's already established, just don't, because clearly they don't know what they're doing with it. And even the new IP, then you're starting to be like, well, that's going to be new, and if they fuck that up, then maybe you should make some serious considerations about what you're doing with that studio. Maybe that's the way to go.
They're working. Most of the ones in BioWare Montreal are now working on Star Wars.
Sorry, Star Wars.
Oh, God.
Get ready for
They
crab
fucked that up,
walks
you're in
and
trouble.
really blank expressions.
Oh, God.
Good thing most of them have masks on.
Fair
The
enough.
only thing
Maybe
that's
that's
gonna
why
save
they're
it.
going with the... Here, they just... If you can't get it right, just put mask on them. Just...
You can't tell if they're staring blankly at you through the mask, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
Now, crab walking, maybe you can just say that they're a different alien species, and that's how they walk.
You know, we
So-
kind of make jokes about it whatnot, but man, this has got to be crushing for them. You're BioWare
Oh,
Montreal,
you know it is.
and you just got demoted into a support staff because the
Well-
game that you made was that bad.
And
Like,
let's go out on a limb here and be somewhat optimistic about it. Maybe it wasn't necessarily all their fault, and that BioWare and EA, probably EA, pushed really hard for the game to come out at a certain time, even though it wasn't ready, because they've put in patches that have fixed some of the big, like, graphical mistakes. Now, as for, like, the story and the fun of it and everything, that's up for debate, but maybe it wasn't entirely their fault.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
but even
They
then,
fixed
but
some
even
stuff.
then, we ran into this problem with other games, and we did not give those people any slack either.
That's true. We're very
So-
harsh critics.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, but
I think-
could you imagine if what I feel like is this: if you've been, whether you were in high school, college, whatever, and you've had a project, a group project, there's that one person that does like 90% of the work, and then there's the others that just kind of hang out and play on their phone, whatever. And
I
it's
was
like,
that one person.
I feel like this is what I feel like. I feel like that there were like 2-3 people that were really working hard on this, and everybody else is like, Jimmy's got it.
Oh, it's Mass Effect. We've already got most of the assets for it. Who cares? Like, guys, it's Mass Effect. It's kind of a big deal.
Pretty
So
much.
now the teacher's coming down on him.
Yep.
Poor Jimmy. He worked hard on that. Now he's having to suffer. Got the bad grade.
I think that the criticisms like that should largely show publishers not to push their studios to launch stuff before they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And it should also tell studios, hey, you know what? We'll be more forgiving of you if you tell us we have to wait a few months and it's good than if you go ahead and push it out and it's bad. Because we're not going to forget that it's bad. We're going to forget that it was delayed. We'll not forget that it was awful, though.
Look at The Witcher. Witcher was delayed 3 times, and it was almost a
Bioshock
year.
Infinite.
Delayed a
Bioshock
bunch
Infinite
of
got
times.
delayed several years.
Yep.
And we've, like, that part doesn't even matter that it was delayed anymore. We don't care, because when it came out, it was fucking amazing.
Which it will lead us into our next article, which BioWare is now delaying their next game.
Yeah, probably because of this, which Vampire Andrew, Wilson, said that they weren't delaying it because of what happened with Mass Effect, but I think they are.
Come
and
on,
I think you're lying
motherfuckers.
to me, Vampire.
Everybody knows that shit is. They're like, okay, we fucked up. Let's not push so hard this time. It's okay to delay it.
And if Andromeda didn't do well financially, because it was talking about until their next financial year, if it
Yeah.
didn't do as well, that could be a factor as well. Maybe they don't have the money to get it
To
out
continue
there,
the
yeah.
development as much.
Yep.
I don't know.
So
I just hate that things didn't go well. I wonder if part of the Andromeda thing, though, is because, I mean, I understand by the end of 3, you can't move on with Shepard. Like, there is no more games with Shepard. But I kind of wonder if it's because we did such a drastic jump and change of pace. Like, you're dealing with nobody from the first set of games. There's no connection aside from it's the same universe. Let's go bunches
when
of
you
time in the
first
future
played
and go.
Mass Effect, you weren't attached to anybody. You're playing it.
Well, no, I know that, but now you're playing a franchise, and I think that that's where it comes in a little bit differently.
I don't think so. I think that, I mean, if you look at the Assassin's Creed series, the first 3 games were set up basically the outside, like the modern world,
Yeah.
was one character through those, and then you had different people that you had to attach yourself
Which
in
I
between.
really liked.
And I mean, let's be honest, Ezio, and for for 3 of the games, you had one assassin that everybody attached themselves to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, people have a hard time going past that because it's because the games are shit. It's not. And it's the same thing. I mean, if you look at it, it's like compared to the other game. I mean, it's like people, when they ended up going to Black Flag or even Assassin's Creed 3, it was almost like they were phoning in. It goes back to what you were talking about before about the fact, we already have this franchise, so people are going to come buy it.
Yeah.
And they're phoning that in, and it's like it doesn't need to be that. What made Mass Effect what Mass Effect was the fact that it was good story writing, good gameplay, and it was the characterization. You had that in-depth part of it, and what they've done with this is they went and let's see how bad we can fuck this up and still sell a game.
I don't know. I liked the outside stuff tying together the different Assassin's Creed franchises until we got to Black Flag, which means we got rid of Desmond, and the people that were tying it together were people that I found particularly annoying. And then they got rid of it altogether. And I've heard rumors that they're going to bring back the outside world part of it in the next one, which there's leaked footage of what might be Assassin's Creed Origins, and we're going to go back in time even further than we have before, but to bring the outside stuff back into it, I kind of wonder how they're going to go about it after we got so far.
I think what was intriguing to me with the Desmond story is I felt a connection to him.
Oh, I love Desmond.
Not as much in the first one, of course, because he wasn't in as much as he was the second one, but there was a connection there. It was a decent storyline on the outside, and I felt like whatever I was doing inside the actual Animus itself was relevant to whatever was happening on the outside. And I think that's where they screwed up with Black Flag is like, I feel like there's nothing relevant with what I'm doing. It was, hey, you're playing...
They tried too hard. Instead of giving you a character to identify with on the outside, it was supposed to be you. You're the Abstergo employee. You're the one that's actually in the Animus playing, Edward Kenway and whatnot. And so they address you directly. And it's like, we've had this discussion with me before, but it just goes back to, I'm not going to attach to me as a character necessarily because it's not me. It's a static NPC talking to the screen, and I have no input, and there's no reason for me to have input, and it just doesn't... that doesn't connect. That doesn't resonate as much as... Unless you get chat choices. Like, if you get chat choices like Fallout, you can put yourself in the character's position and be like, okay, I would respond this way. But when they're just NPCs talking at you, and you're just a silent armchair dude... It's nothing. Like, there's no reason to attach to that. It's all 100% scripted, and it doesn't feel like there should be any attachment.
Right.
Not to mention they freaking kept around annoying people.
Well,
Sean and Rebecca.
And hopefully with Origins they go back to the better of the formulas. I would be interested to see if they'll finally listen to what I have to tell them, which was, give me one assassin, 3 games, that's your series for each one. Now you move to another assassin... Like, create a story arc inside of that one, and then do another one. I mean, that's what we had with Ezio, and it was a great element.
Well, that's why you could sell as a trilogy as a remaster, and everybody's, like, super pumped about it. If you were like, we're going to sell you Black Flag and Unity and Syndicate all together, people would be like, meh. Because they're not necessarily tied together. So...
I did like the ship battles, though, in Black Flag.
I liked the ship battles, but I felt like Black Flag focused too much on it for an Assassin's Creed game.
It wasn't Assassin's Creed. Remember, we
call
that
one... It was Pirates Creed,
We call it Pirates Creed. Because that thing had nothing to do with Assassins, barely anything to do with Templars or any of the main story.
Honestly, they took that and did their own little thing with it and not slap Assassin's Creed on it and was like, hey, we made a really cool open world little
pirate game. Everybody would have flocked to that really thing hardcore. Be like, oh, wow, this is freaking amazing. Holy shit.
Well, and I see what they were trying to do with it. It's the same thing that they were trying to do with Rogue, and sort of that bled into Unity a little, which is Assassin's Creed is, yes, largely about the Assassins, but there are people that were part of the Assassin's Creed world that were either neither or on the other side and shifted from the Assassins. Like, basically, they're like, look, it's not everybody's an assassin. But that's why we play these games, is because it's Assassin's Creed, and we want to be an assassin.
Pretty much. I mean, not much else to it.
I see what they were trying to do, though. It was an attempt at world building in a larger format so that you could see that it wasn't just Assassin's good, Templar's bad. Here's some gray area, but we as players didn't care as much. They just didn't do it well enough to make us care. So.
Which they probably could have if they'd given us more material on it, but it was phoned in.
Yeah.
And, I feel like they did the same thing with Andromeda. It's just phoned in.
Phoned in.
like stop. Just make us good games. That's all we want.
And we expect so much more from certain companies in this arena. BioWare, we expect amazing things from you. Just,
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's because you've given us amazing in the past, and we can't just forget about that and be like okay with this mediocre stuff.
You and your mediocre.
You guys have given us a benchmark. If you can't reach that benchmark, we are going to be disappointed. Sorry. This is what you have established as your medium.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well,
Really
and
tangenty.
I think overall they're hopefully with Origins when it comes out,
It's supposed to be ancient Egypt, according to the
which
clues.
excites the shit out of me because I love my biggest thing is like Roman and Greek period of time, but the Egyptian period of time, which is just before all that, intrigues me too. And think of what you can do, which is like possibility of going inside of a pyramid and creating these mazes
Well,
and
that's what
booby
I'm
traps
wondering
and
is what
like,
part of ancient Egypt? Are we going pyramids already built? Are we going some pyramids built, some in construction? Are we going way before that? Like, where are we going to land here? I'm kind of
Not to
interested. I'm
mention
glad
that
they took time
technically they'd
off.
also have to go back to just the single wrist blade too.
And chopping your finger off.
Yep.
Mhm.
If they want to be, if they do not, you're going to actually start seeing breaks in canon.
Well, yeah, because canon says that up until Leonardo da Vinci modified Ezio's wrist blade, assassins had to chop off their ring finger because Ezio was the first one that didn't.
Yep.
I mean, you can't just go back and be like, well, in ancient Egypt, they actually had already thought of that, and then somebody forgot about it, and then they thought of it again.
Yeah, that's retconning right there, and that's very lazy work of
You
retconning.
have to be careful with retconning.
and technically, even though, because Egypt itself was a long-lasting civilization and had a lot of history to it itself, but you could actually even throw in if they wanted to, could actually even as a DLC, they could actually throw in Atlantis if they wanted to, because of what period of time that is, which would be an interesting add-on to whatever was going on. So, I mean, I like the adventure part of the whole damn game. And so
Yeah.
add as much as you can along with the plot line or whatever, but it would shit, it's a game. Give me something fictional-ish,
Yeah, but with Assassin's Creed, they try very hard to stick to historical canon as
Well,
far
and
as, like,
but-
actual events.
But the thing is it's never been proven that the actual, well, of course, the technology that Atlantis had is completely bogus, but the possibility of the actual place as
Well,
most
realistically,
historians believe it actually existed.
But if you pay attention to the Assassin's Creed storyline, the beings that came to the planet
Yeah.
and stuff, that could
So
have
they
easily
could.
been Atlantis.
yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
fair
That's
enough.
what I was just thinking, is if you want to go with that. But they got really far away from that after, Assassin's Creed 2, and kind of were like, oh, ancient beings, this piece of Eden is special, but let's forget about we said aliens or anything. But yeah, I mean, you could go with that if you want to bring that storyline back. I just wonder how they're going to do that.
I don't know. That'd be awesome though. But they go back to Origins, right?
That's true. That's true. So there's lots of stuff to look forward to, but there's also lots of stuff to be super trepidatious about.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, this could be awesome, but this could be garbage, but it could be awesome. Not a day one buy, though. Not until I see it. Not with
No.
Assassin's Creed anymore.
Not
Sorry,
anymore.
Unity
Yeah,
broke
sorry,
it.
that ain't happening anymore.
Syndicate was
Unity
better,
killed
but-
everybody on that. Oh God, the crazy people with no skin.
Oh God.
No, nothing. Just like floating eyeballs and hair. And teeth. Like, that's just creepy.
It's like, did I walk into the Twilight Zone or what? The animus broken?
What
Hello?
happened? What happened?
Can
Damn,
someone
it's
let me out
broken.
of this
Someone
thing?
hit the machine.
Turn it off and turn it back on. Maybe it'll
See,
work.
now that's what Ubisoft should have done, is like issued a farcical kind of statement when that stuff started happening and being like, well, the Animus actually had some malfunctions, which is causing some of the graphical, like, just make fun of yourself for it and fix it. But they could have handled that better. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, that would have gotten them a lot less flack too. If they were just
Yes.
like, "Oh shit, my bad. I guess we need
Animus
to
is
turn the
broken."
animus on and
Please
off again."
stand by
Sorry.
while
Well, and
we
it took
update your
them
animus.
like 2 months to fix the
Yeah, it
problems, right?
did.
And then we had, let's see, then Halo came out with the Master Chief class. It took like 6 months to fix their shit.
Man, their shit still isn't entirely fixed in the multiplayer universe. I mean,
they just finally gave it. They're like, it works well enough. Let's just leave it
pretty
alone.
much. Like,
well, if you remember, the first 2 patches they had broke other shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare, a PR nightmare if I've ever seen one.
Oh,
and this
God.
again, this goes back to had those things been delayed, we would not remember it. But because they were bad, we can't stop talking about it.
Right?
Yep.
I wish that people understood that. Maybe we should make some sort of like hashtag on Twitter or something. But I can't think of anything catchy.
Hashtag delay
I'll make
it.
it back to you on that.
Hashtag
delay it.
Shit ain't working. Delay it.
Yeah, things got bad. Things got bad.
A little bit.
But I am looking forward to that. I am really scared about the new, like, the next Dragon Age, whenever the fuck that's gonna come out, though. It's gonna be delayed until forever because they can't figure it out properly.
Well, when we're talking about like Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed and stuff that they're doing, and then now they've got Rainbow Six Siege that has tech issues.
Which came out like 2 years ago. What are you still fixing?
Yeah, that was my thought process. I'm like, which I think it's a little over a year, right? Didn't it come out last
December
time?
1st, 2015.
It was 2015?
Yes, 2015. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now.
Wow. So you're 2 years into this damn game.
Year and a half.
A year and a half. Fine, year and a half.
All right,
But
year and a half into this game, and was the first 2 months to fix the initial problems they had, and now we're fixing more problems.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft's had games come out since then, like the Ghost Recon game, the Siege came out, the Division's out, things like that. So
For Honor.
You're running before you want to walk with the things that you already have, or trying to run, because you're continuously launching product, but then you're having to go back a year and a half later to fix something that that's not how you win people. It's not how you keep customers happy.
It's not.
No, because eventually while you're trying to push all this other crap out, people are going to be like, yeah, I bought a game from them like a year and a half ago, and it's still buggy and broken and doesn't play right. I'm not buying any more of their shit.
Sometimes I wonder if companies like publishers and even developers, studios and whatnot think that we don't keep up with who makes what and we just buy the games.
Some people may actually do that. Like, they don't care who makes it. They just
but that's why
see
you
that
should
somebody
care.
make it and they
you should be
buy
like,
it.
oh, didn't Ubisoft just release another game like 6 months ago that was broken and it's still broken? Should I buy this right now? The answer is probably no. But
But we're in such an instant satisfaction kind of culture where it's like, oh, I see this game, I want to play this game. So I buy it and I play it. Oh, it's broken? Well, shame on the company.
Well, they fix it, but they're working on launching the next game because that was December 1st, 2015 for Siege. And then March 8th, 2016, so like 4 months later, is when The Division launched. Granted, then it was a year after that before Ghost Recon, but that's not the only stuff Ubisoft's worked on since then.
To be fair, when The Division came out, it actually came out in pretty good condition. Like, there were a
problems.
few,
You
there
guys
were a
had
few
some
bugs
gripes.
for sure, but I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just them getting on it, but for the most part, they've kind of gotten a little better on their releases. Like, For Honor's release was pretty good. I mean, we had, I personally never had disconnecting issues or whatnot. The peer-to-peer I was never a fan of, and buying Steel I was never a fan of, but for the connection, it was pretty good. I mean, I played the game, I whooped people's ass, and pretty good.
Fun.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with The Division, unfortunately.
I
They do not
enjoyed
know
The
how to make an
Division.
MMO. That's all I'm saying. Or balance in the... Because that game was so fucking amazing. And my favorite part would have been the red zone. Except they handled that so poorly, and people would hack their game and things like that. And it just...
They should have gone with a dedicated server.
Yeah, like, they should have just gone for a dedicated server in that middle area. Like, you could let everybody else, because everybody's just playing together on the outside. But in the middle, you need to make it dedicated. Had to. But that's the same thing with For Honor. They don't want to waste the money on dedicated servers. Because they're like, oh, whatever. People will manage themselves.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yes, they'll manage themselves all right by giving themselves all sorts of free shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I
mean,
forgot Watch Dogs 2 also came out recently. That was an Ubisoft title. It just doesn't have the multiplayer side of it that the other ones do. Totally forgot about that one.
That one was pretty good. I don't remember many. There were a few problems with it, but
I think that a lot of people just didn't get into it because of the first Watch Dogs. Like, they just weren't tied to the franchise enough to want to return to it yet. So I don't think that one did super well. Well, I mean, I think it sold okay, well enough to probably have another sequel at some point, but I don't think it was the most impressive.
that groundbreaking.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one. I know Red did, but
Yeah, he bought it and liked it.
Oh, he did. That's right. No, he liked it for a little while, and then he was complaining about... I can't remember what he was complaining about. There was something that he stopped playing the game for because he got mad about it.
I think he couldn't get into the character. Like, I think it was an issue with the main character. Like, he didn't get attached to him or something.
That might have been it. I've heard that is part of the problem with that one, though, is, like, some of the plot devices and the way that the characters act about things are so, like, we're super cool, techie, nerdy hackers, but it's like what people who aren't hackers think of as hacker stereotypes. So I think that it may have been an issue with that.
Very off-putting.
Too. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Real life hackers are not going to be like running around and jumping fences and crazy crap like that. We're too fat and lazy for that.
Well, not necessarily fat and lazy. I'm not going to say that there's a specific stereotype for hackers, but at the same time, it's all this like, we speak in leet speak, and we wear all of these rebellious clothes, and we're all ridiculously good looking, and things like that. It's like,
the modern
maybe not,
rebel.
Yeah, we're the modern rebels. Aren't we super cool? No. You're trying too hard to be cool, and that's why you're not.
Maybe.
Now I'm going to ask Red later tonight. I'm going to be like, what is it that made you stop playing? Because now it's bothering me. I can't figure it out.
What is it?
What? Why did you hate things?
Why did you not like it?
What was it?
Oh my god. I'm looking at all of the other stuff from the news to see what's left, essentially. Oh, we almost didn't get to this.
No, we're going to talk about Surviving Mars. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah! But yes, as Baka mentioned, Square Enix is looking to sell IO, which is the company that makes Hitman, which has had some hit or miss games, but apparently, and I didn't play the last one, but apparently it was fucking amazing. So, people are really sad about it.
Well, it just means someone else gets to cash in on that one.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Somebody will pick that up.
If only Square Enix could talk to Konami about selling the Silent Hill franchise. Damn it.
That will never happen.
And the
Konami, it's a good idea.
and the Castlevania and...
yeah.
Stop.
You don't even have to sell them. Just rent them. Like, it just
That's
be
fucking much.
like, just turn around and go, hey, do you want to build a game for us? That's awesome. If you're going to do that, we get this percentage of the profits. Boom. They do it. They make a certain amount. Then they in turn make a certain amount that's on it. But at the end of the day, they still own it. I mean, that would make a lot more sense. Just subcontract that shit out. It would be nice.
I will complain about that until it happens, or we get new games from Konami because they stop being fuckheads, which I don't anticipate will ever happen.
Konami, permanent fuckheads.
Jesus.
They also own Monster Rancher.
So you should be more upset about this.
Do they?
Shake your fist. Grrr.
It's been a while since I looked at them, but I'm curious.
Possibly.
Well, whilst you're looking, the people that made Tropico are making a game called Surviving Mars, in which you have to colonize Mars, and I'm excited.
That looks
I'm very
fucking
excited about
awesome.
this.
I mean, they know how to
It looks
make a
good.
goddamn good game. So.
I mean, as long as my Mars colony will like me a little more than my Tropico 5 people do, because those people can go fuck themselves.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be a whole lot different than your typical Tropico. Cause,
I hope so.
You got to deal with a whole different brand of problems.
Look,
developing
bubble
a colony.
number 3 is running out of oxygen. What are you gonna do, Grif?
Pick out the ones I like the most and move them to the other bubbles.
Holy shit! How about you just build more oxygen machines?
That would cost money.
Huh.
What?
You technically can't use money in a game like
But
that.
you can. You will probably have to have supplies shipped from Earth to you, which will cost money.
And time. I mean, it takes. I think it's.
Because you're
like-
not manufacturing your own shit up there right out of the gate, surely.
If,
Well,
you,
you'd
if
have
you
to-
watch the trailer, you just see like they're standing in front of a bunch of boxes. What's this supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Is there instructions?
Well, they've got the wind like the electric generators look like
Yeah,
wind
the turbines.
things
Yeah,
or
the
So
wind
you'll
whatever.
be able to
turbines.
make those at some point.
Yeah. So
You have
and
no
then you've got a
water.
bubble, so there's theoretically you'll have an atmosphere inside the bubble, so therefore you should be able to create crops.
The question is, do you start out with the bubble, or do you have to build all of this stuff
You
from
probably
the, right out
have
of the
to
gate?
build it all. Like, you got to probably set your first bubble after. Like, they'll probably send you a bubble, and then you have to build it in your spacesuits, and then you can actually have colonists.
Well, see,
kinda
that's what I'm
start
saying, though, is you're still going to
developing.
get the shipping process, because in all of the Tropico games, you have your shipping imports and exports. So you're going to have to import all of the stuff that you need to build, so you'll still be buying it with money, which was your point, Chicken. And then you'll be exporting things that you can manufacture from the planet, which is probably going to be a lot of dirt. I can manufacture
I
these
was about to
rocks
say,
for
what
you.
the hell are you going to manufacture on Mars?
Well, once you get your city, like your
Well,
globes up and
red dirt.
going,
It's a video game, so they could create
Yeah,
whatever
see?
they would have kind of wanted on that particular
be
point.
like, under the surface of Mars, there are actually things like iron and bauxite and salt that you can mine.
Tons
They
of
actually
salt.
there are minerals. So
Yeah.
See?
yeah, there are minerals on Mars.
So much salt. Salt.
Salt.
Mars is a bastion, man.
See, but that's how you win Tropico, though.
Well, and then-
Tropico 4, you just find all the salt mines and set those up first because you can make those right out of the gate, and you make fuck tons of money. Salt wins games.
And then you can actually they'll probably create an element that's only found on Mars that the Earth
People will
needs
pay
for some
for.
reason.
Yes.
And you can sell that one back and forth. You know. So
I hope that we get the exaggerated people from, like, the different factions and whatnot. Like, the guy in Tropico 4, the guy from, basically, Europe, who has the tally-ho, the queen would like all of your minerals. It's like, yes, you come back. Bring him back.
Yes.
But
You
that
want all
looks
of that
that
stuff.
looks really good, and I'm very excited that they are still making good games. It's a good company making good games. That's what
They're
gamers like.
fun. That's what I like.
That's what gamers like. You could tell when a
Tecmo
company.
is the Monster Rancher people. So yeah, no, Konami does not have their hands.
He just
around
spent 15 minutes looking for that while we're talking about
Well,
Tropico.
it. I already have the answer. I was waiting for
He
y'all
was
to
he was
shut up.
waiting for us to breathe. That's
I
what it
gotcha,
was.
I
There is no
gotcha.
breathing when Tropico and new Tropico-like games are involved.
Well, as I was saying, you could tell people's opinion on things when you kind of look at the comments, and they're either 0 or positive. If you look at the other ones like BioWare and Square Enix, you have positives and negatives and everything in between. But for the most part, people are pretty happy about this. Tropico, who's the developer of them? What's the company name?
Calypso? Media?
Calypso. Calypso Media.
For Tropico,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it says
Calypso.
Haimamont Games or something like that.
Calypso's the name that comes up at the start of all the Tropico games. Although... maybe they don't like it.
HEAMIMONT, and I'm on their wiki right now.
So is
So-
that the parent company then?
Calypso might be the parent company,
I got you.
Paradox
Well,
and then this
Interactive
is
is the
this is the
publisher
actual
of the
developer, which
Oh,
it's,
publisher, yes, Calypso.
so Paradox is the company?
Yeah, it says it's
Why doesn't their name come up at the front of the game then? That
They-
seems... That's sad.
it's Bulgarian video game developer. They're Bulgarian.
Oh.
And I'm looking at their games because I'm trying to find I'm like, all right, well we know Tropico. That's a game that we know. The First Templar. Y'all ever heard of that one?
Nope.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay.
The first Templar was on Steam for a while. I kept looking at it because it looked interesting, but I never got the courage to.
Well, now
Right.
you know it's them, and you know that they make decent games, so that might encourage you later. They have an action role-playing game called Victor Vran, VRAN.
Oh, that one got really mixed
Oh
reviews, didn't it?
wow, that one is actually
Oh,
pretty
I knew
damn
that
good.
was the Tropico people. I told you about that, Chicken. Oh, I forgot, though, because I wasn't playing it.
Then they
Wait.
have another sim game, turn-based strategy.
They're
a
Paradox Interactive, right?
They're Haminton, HAEMIMONT.
Hey, Miminin. Hey, Mim.
Himimot.
You know, like, I swear to God, if you strung together over all of our podcasts, the amount of time that we spend struggling to say names, it would probably be at least 2.5 hours by now.
Yeah, no kidding.
If they're Japanese names, I don't have as much of an issue with it. But when you start going with these foreign names like this, come on now.
Havemont. I'm gonna go with Havemont.
Himimot.
Oh, I see it.
Nemesis of the Roman Empire sounds kind of cool.
That sounds cool, but that doesn't mean it is cool.
True.
Gotta be careful. Names can be misleading.
It's an RTS.
Number of employees, approximately 50.
Where's their first Tropico? Because it only starts at Tropico 3.
So they must have bought the rights, or
Maybe.
Calypso put them in charge of it, maybe?
Tropico 3, 4, Tropico 5, Victor Vron. Victor Vron is actually pretty fucking good. It's, as far as the last time I looked at it, it was doing, it's doing pretty fucking well. 9 out of 10. Very positive reviews.
Well, good for Victor Vron.
It's another Diablo-esque game. Overhead, multiplayer,
Yes,
action
that is why
RPG.
I told you about it, and I am not playing it because that is not my style of gameplay.
It's good. It looks good. It's on my wish list. It's been on my wish list.
I knew it was.
Yeah.
It's because of me.
No, I saw it back when it was in early access
It's
a
me.
long time ago.
It was me. Actually, that's why you didn't get it, is because we talked about it and it was early access.
Yep, and I wanted to wait until it came out in full, and it is, and it looks good. So.
Yeah, the reviews on it are really good.
Yep, so.
Very, very positive.
They have some good games under their belt.
Yeah,
well,
sure.
I need to know.
And they do sell a
when
4-pack
this
of
is
that.
coming out.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that one. And for one of our last articles, you guys probably forgot about it forever. But Dead Island 2 is still alive.
Yeah, I
Or dead.
did forget
Undead.
about it.
Undead.
I mean, it's been forever since they said anything about it.
That comment right there, Dead Island 2 has already come out. It's called Dying Light.
Oh, shut up.
Come on now.
Shut up.
Come on. Dying Light is what Dead Island should have been. I think it's by the same company, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Well, Dying Light was much more interesting to me than Dead Island. Chicken suggested it last night when my sister and I were talking about... She's playing Bioshock Infinite right now. We were talking about other games that she might like. And he's
Because
like,
she
you should play Dead
likes to
Island with
melee
her.
a lot. So she
Yes,
needs...
She does.
So you need something that's kind of that aspect.
Yes.
It's
but we were
first
talking about that,
person.
and he's like, you should do Dead Island. I was like, that was so god-awful boring.
So we're actually 3 years since it was originally announced, because it was due to launch in 2015 spring.
Damn.
Right now, its release date says on the Wikipedia page, 12/2017, but something says that's not happening. Just saying. Just saying.
Probably not.
We might see it. If they're talking about it now, they may be trying to generate interest for it so they can show it off at E3.
Well, I mean, I'm interested in
possibly.
it. I liked Dead Island. Me and Baka and Red played it. Like, I know Grif found it kind of boring, but once you move from the outskirts to the inland, it changes the dynamic a lot. Like, there's a whole bunch of different scenarios and whatnot. Like, they have the big crazy son bitch with the straight jacket, and he's a bitch to deal with. It gets a lot more interesting when you move away from the beginning.
I had a lot of
Yeah.
fun with Dying Light, so I'm okay with that. Like, with not having finished the first Dead Island. Dead Island 2, I'm moderately interested in just because of the promo trailer that they showed with it. It was funny, and I like games that can be like, we're not taking ourselves super seriously because we're killing zombies. So I'm kind of still interested, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't be as fuck all boring as the other one.
I wish you would really tell us how you feel on things.
Right. Well, and we're later in the show, so I've been drinking this drink for a little while, and it's that I told you I made margaritas that were a little bit too strong. This is what's left of it. So
Oh,
I am at the
shit.
point where I am telling you exactly what I think because there's no filter anymore.
So, Jaeger Productions and Deep Silver were working on Dead Island 2 together. Their vision
And now
of the
it's
game
soooo.
separated, and Jaeger and Deep Silver parted ways in the summer of 2015. And now Deep Silver's taking it on by themselves. So they may have...
Soooo, it's listed on their site here as Soooo Digital is who's developing it, and Deep Silver is publishing it.
So they gave it to somebody else to work on, which...
I guess so.
Because Jaeger Productions were apparently the one that's making it the first.
So
Well, here's the
basically it
thing.
got delayed because they swapped.
Well,
Yeah.
but it was due originally set to come out spring of 2015, so they probably switched because it wasn't. It looked like it was going to
getting
be
done.
a longer delay. Yeah. Like, because it's one thing to turn around and go, okay, we're not going to release it in spring of 2015. It's going to be summer of 2015. People have probably been okay, but it sounds to me like it was definitely not to the par they wanted it to be.
Okay, so this is how it went. Hey, kitty. Deep Silver and Jaeger. Jaeger had to file for bankruptcy.
Oh, that sucks.
They were forced to file for bankruptcy and split apart from Deep Silver. But Jaeger's doing fine for itself now because it's working on a new game called Dreadnought. Oh, yeah, they broke off and went over that way. And Deep Silver kept the rights to Dead Island and gave it someone else to work on. That's why it's taken so long, is because those people probably had to re-envision from scratch.
Okay.
So it sounds like to me.
Yeah, they had to break apart.
Yeah,
And
well,
then,
I mean, because if they kept anything from beforehand, they probably would have had to either credit and give partial
Payments, royalties.
payments, royalties to
Jaeger
them.
Productions. Yep. So that right there is why it's taken so long, is because a new company is making it, whereas if the other one had to, unfortunately, file for bankruptcy.
Well then, we'll see it at some point. Probably E3 is my guess. We'll probably see a very different version of it at E3 than we saw the last time.
Yes.
Which was a couple of years ago.
More than likely.
Well, we're running a little long. So what's everybody gonna do this week? What are we playing, guys?
D&D.
Yes, we're playing D&D tonight. Unless Red has to go be social somewhere, which we didn't get to play it all last week.
I'm gonna hit him if he's like, oh, I gotta go be social and be a butterfly. I'm going to clip his wings off.
That's so violent. I like it. Well,
Can't
hopefully
flutter
we'll be
away
doing
anymore.
that. Yep. I'm checking out. I'll be doing some Red Dead Redemption, which we thought we were almost done with, and Chicken looked up the number of like quests that we had left, and
We've still got about 20-something quests left.
I'm the worst cowboy ever of all time.
Ever.
So I'm not. I'd say I'm not looking forward to it, but I kind of am, but I'm kind of not, because I hate to be really bad at things, especially when those things are going to be on display. So, lovely.
Such display. Well,
We need to record more Left 4 Dead at some point, too.
Yeah, we'll have to make a date for that or something. We'll
or
see what
play
we do about that.
Deceit. Come on, Deceit.
Or play Deceit.
Hey,
or
I'd
play
be
cool with
Damned,
that.
Or play
Dead
Totally
by
cool.
Daylight, things like that. We got
Yeah,
plenty
we just
of...
got to figure out which one it is, and I'll get this sucker.
Hell yeah. So.
I love Damned.
Yeah.
And these
That was
games
so
are
much
good
fun.
successors to Damned. What Damned could have been if they would have kept going.
Mm-hmm. It's alright. We can
Well.
still play it on there and have Baka chasing us as a little girl.
Come back to me!
No, don't run away. I just want to hug.
Run up and boot him. Get away from me. No. Close the door on his
That monster is
face.
so slow.
There he is! There he is! We're all running, turning around, we're like, where's he at? Just so slow.
There he is. There he is.
What was that, Mary? That was Mary, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Bloody
Yeah,
Mary.
I don't
You
like
just have
that
to
one.
stare at him as he walks around because you're like on the scaffolding above him because you ran up the stairs and he can't run. You're like, oh, that's cute. By the time he makes it up 3/4 of the stairs, then he'll just disappear because his time will have run out.
You had Chicken that ended up being the angels, the weeping angels.
Oh my god, he's so good at it.
And I was like, oh no, is it him? Is it him? I can't tell if it's him. Is it him?
Is he moving? Is it moving? What's he
Is it
moving?
moving?
Well, and
What
he's
is it?
really good at it too because it'll be him, but you'll be like, oh, no, that's not him. It's not moving. So you turn around to walk away with your group, and he gets everybody at once because he was just biding his time.
Yep.
Gotta be careful now. You never know which one's the real one.
Damn it. See, this is what I mean
That was a
about you're
good
much
one,
better
though.
at being duplicitous than I am.
Then
I'm
that's
not.
why
I'd be like,
Deceit is gonna be so good. Which one's the real
I had
one?
so much fun in that one.
Griff's giggling. She must be it. Shoot her.
I hate you guys.
But see the point.
I say we put Grif out of her misery on the sole fact that she's giggling. Therefore, she is the monster.
No, then
I
it's
will
gonna
never
be
get
Baka
to play the
because
game.
it's Baka because he's trying to blame someone else, so he's the monster. Shoot him. Yeah, that's how this shit's
Chicken was the monster, and he screwed over everyone, and no one listened to me again.
And then it turns out we were both monsters, and we were just playing everybody.
Probably. That is
I hate
actually
you
probably how
guys.
that one's gonna work. Me and Chicken are going to be trying to, no, he's a monster, no, he's a monster, and then get the other one killed, and then once he's out of the way, then the soul monster will kill everyone else.
I think that the two monsters can see, like, they have the little thing over their heads. The other monster can see who's the other monster, so they can kind of play the game around the people.
Alright.
It's gonna be fun.
We should not tell Red, and then, like, if we go into a game, ask Red if he sees a little aura or something around someone else, and if he says yes, then we know to kill him.
Yeah, but that's only gonna work once. He's not stupid.
Eh,
He's not
yeah,
that
but
stupid.
if we record it, we'll have that memory forever.
It's true.
Fair enough.
Ah.
Oh Lord, so funny. Oh, is that it? We're good?
Yep.
that's it.
Go
That's
ahead.
it. Go ahead.
We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. Make sure that you go on to our Twitter at InfiniteResPC. Check me out personally at MDB Oaktree. Check out Grif.
At Grip Slynum.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313. Blah, 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 blah.
And of course, Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
Make sure that you go onto our YouTube channel. Go on there. Watch the Red Dead Redemption stuff that's currently going on, as well as our live podcast. You can see us in person. Hi.
No, it's not live. We're pre-recorded. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, pre-recorded, but live as in us. You see us live.
Yes.
You see our live person.
Our live persons.
Our live persons, not just our
I
voices.
don't like people seeing me, though.
And also make sure you go on to InfiniteRespawn.com. Go on there, join the forums, hang out, and that's about it. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oaktree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.